Did you know that a simple number on your blood test called creatinine is often the very first red flag that your kidneys are struggling to keep up? When this number starts creeping up, many people panic, fearing that dialysis is the inevitable next step, or that they will be on medication for the rest of their lives. But what if I told you that your daily habits, specifically what you put on your plate and how you move your body, hold immense power to influence this number? Today, we are going to explore the scientific protocols to lower creatinine levels naturally, giving your kidneys the relief they desperately need. Without relying solely on pills, welcome back to our channel, your trusted resource for mastering body wellness through nutrition and science. Today's topic is one of the most requested and critical discussions we have ever had: how to naturally lower creatinine levels. Before we dive deep into the solutions, I must state clearly that I am not a doctor. This content is for educational purposes and is based on physiological principles and nutritional research. If you have chronic kidney disease or are currently under medical supervision, you must consult your nephrologist before making significant changes to your diet or lifestyle. As your specific stage of kidney health dictates what is safe for you, to fix a problem, we first have to understand exactly what it is. Many people think creatinine is a toxin introduced from the outside, but it is actually an internal waste product. It comes from the normal wear and tear on your muscles, and there is a compound in your muscle cells called creatine, which is essential for energy production when your muscles work. That creatine breaks down into creatinine. Under normal circumstances, your kidneys act as a perfect filtration system, spotting this waste product in your blood and flushing it out through your urine. Therefore, the level of creatinine in your blood is a direct reflection of two things: how much muscle waste your body is producing and how well your kidneys are filtering it out. When the kidneys are damaged or overwhelmed, they cannot filter fast enough, and the levels in the blood rise. Our goal today is to attack this from both angles, reducing the production of creatinine and supporting the filtration capacity of the kidneys. The first and most impactful strategy involves rethinking your relationship with protein, specifically red meat. This is often the hardest change for people, but it is the most effective. Red meat is muscle tissue. When you eat a steak, a burger, or even pork, you are literally eating the source of creatinine. Animal muscle contains creatine, and when you cook that meat, the heat converts the creatine into creatinine before you even take a bite. So when you consume a large portion of cooked red meat, you are essentially dumping a load of preformed creatinine directly into your bloodstream. This causes a temporary but significant spike that forces your kidneys to work overtime. Research suggests that shifting to a more plant-based diet can drastically lower these levels. You do not necessarily have to become a strict vegan overnight, but replacing red meat with plant-based protein sources, like lentils, beans, and tofu, can reduce the burden on your kidneys. Plant proteins do not contain creatine in the same way animal tissue does. Furthermore, plant-based diets tend to be less acidic. Animal protein creates a high acid load in the body, which the kidneys must neutralize. By switching to plant proteins, you reduce the acid load and the creatinine input simultaneously. If you must eat meat, consider switching to leaner, white meats like chicken or fish. And keep the portion sizes small, treating meat as a side dish rather than the main event. The second major pillar of naturally lowering creatinine is increasing your fiber intake. This is a mechanism that is often overlooked. Most people think of fiber only for digestion, but in the context of kidney health, fiber is a superhero. Studies have shown that people who consume high amounts of dietary fiber have significantly lower creatinine levels. When you eat enough fiber, it alters how bacteria in your gut process nutrients. The fiber allows more toxins, including nitrogenous waste products, to be bound in the intestines and eliminated through your stool rather than being reabsorbed into the blood. Essentially, by increasing fiber, you are recruiting your gut to help your kidneys out. You are creating a secondary exit route for waste. Good sources specifically for kidney health include vegetables, fruits, and whole grains. However, a word of caution is necessary here for those with advanced kidney issues. you must be mindful of potassium. Many high-fiber foods are also high in potassium, so focus on low-potassium options such as apples, berries. These foods act as internal scrubbers. The third strategy is surprisingly simple but frequently mismanaged: hydration. Water is the medium in which your kidneys operate. If you are dehydrated, your blood volume decreases, and the concentration of waste products like creatinine rises artificially. It is simple fluid dynamics. The less fluid, the more concentrated. However, there is a dangerous myth that you should drink gallons of water to flush the kidneys. This is incorrect. If your kidneys are struggling, flooding them with excessive water can lead to fluid retention, swelling in the ankles, and high blood pressure, which causes further damage. The goal is adequate, consistent hydration. A good rule of thumb is to monitor your urine color. It should be a pale straw yellow, not dark. By maintaining a steady level of hydration, you ensure that the kidneys have enough fluid pressure to push waste through the filtration units, known as glomeruli, without stressing the system. Now, let's discuss supplements. Ironically, one of the best ways to lower creatinine is to stop taking certain pills you might be buying at the health food store. If you are an athlete or a gym goer, you might be taking creatine monohydrate to build muscle. While this is generally safe for healthy individuals, if you are trying to lower your creatinine levels, you must stop taking creatine immediately. You are literally ingesting the precursor to the waste product you are trying to eliminate. Additionally, certain diuretics or water pills can lead to dehydration, which we just discussed as a cause for high levels. On the flip side, there are natural herbs that have shown promise in supporting renal function. One such herb is stinging nettle. Stinging nettle leaf tea has been used for centuries as a kidney tonic, acting as a gentle diuretic, and may help flush out metabolic waste such as creatinine and excess uric acid. Another potential ally is chamomile tea. Some studies have suggested that regular consumption of chamomile tea can lower creatinine levels, likely due to its anti-inflammatory properties and its ability to induce relaxation, which lowers oxidative stress on the kidneys. Another supplement that has gained attention in the scientific community is chitosan. Chitosan is a compound often used for weight loss, but clinical studies have indicated it may reduce creatinine levels in people with renal failure by binding to toxins in the gut, similar to the fiber mechanism we discussed earlier. Again, introduce these gently and only with professional oversight. We must also address your physical activity. This is a tricky balance. We know exercise is good for overall health, blood pressure, and weight management, all of which protect the kidneys. However, intense exercise is a direct cause of creatinine production. Remember, creatinine comes from muscle breakdown. If you are doing heavy powerlifting, sprinting, or high-intensity interval training, you are breaking down muscle tissue rapidly, causing a surge in creatinine. If your blood work is showing high levels, it might be time to temporarily switch your training modality. You do not want to become sedentary, but you should shift toward low-impact, steady-state exercises. Walking, swimming, or gentle yoga are fantastic options. These activities keep your cardiovascular system healthy and help manage blood pressure without causing the massive muscle breakdown associated with heavy resistance training. This allows your baseline creatinine production to drop, giving your kidneys a chance to catch up on the filtration workload. It is about moving smarter, not harder, during this recovery phase. Sleep and stress management. Your kidneys follow a circadian rhythm, just like the rest of your body. Most of the tissue repair and intense filtration balancing acts happen while you are sleeping. Chronic sleep deprivation puts the body in a state of catabolism, or breakdown, which can elevate various stress markers and impede kidney function. Furthermore, high stress leads to high blood pressure, and high blood pressure is the second leading cause of kidney failure. By incorporating mindfulness, meditation, or simply ensuring you get 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep, you are lowering your systemic blood pressure and providing your kidneys the physiological downtime they need to repair and function optimally. There is also a specific spice that deserves a mention: cinnamon. Some animal studies and limited human trials have suggested on kidney filtration and creatinine levels. It helps regulate blood sugar levels, and since diabetes is the #1 cause of kidney disease, controlling blood sugar is paramount. Adding a teaspoon of true Ceylon cinnamon to your diet, perhaps in your oatmeal or tea, is a low-risk, natural intervention that targets the root cause of kidney stress for many people. To bring this all together, lowering creatinine naturally is not about a single magic bullet. It is about creating an environment in your body where the kidneys are not under constant attack. It requires a holistic approach that combines dietary modification, fluid management, and lifestyle adjustments. You are essentially trying to reduce the inbox of waste coming into the kidneys while simultaneously optimizing the kidney's ability to clear that outbox. Let's summarize the 3 main takeaways you need to start implementing today. First, drastically reduce your intake of cooked red meat and transition toward plant-based proteins to lower the incoming load of creatinine and acid. Second, significantly increase your fiber intake with low-potassium fruits and vegetables to help your gut eliminate toxins before they even reach the kidneys. And third, modify your exercise routine from high-intensity breakdown to moderate rhythmic movement to maintain health. Have taken some damage, removing the stressors allows them to function more efficiently and can stabilize your health. Do not wait until the numbers get worse. Pick one of these strategies to start with today. Perhaps swapping tonight's beef for a bean salad, or drinking a cup of chamomile tea and build from there. If you found this deep dive into kidney health helpful, please hit that like button so this video can reach more people struggling with similar issues. We are dedicated to empowering you with the knowledge to take control of your biology. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a guide on mastering your body's potential. Share this with a loved one who needs to hear it, and let us know in the comments below. Which of these lifestyle changes do you find the most challenging, and why? Here's to your health, and I will see you in the next video.